Everyone, hello everyone, hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. Hello everyone, welcome to the live stream. Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream. Welcome, welcome to the live stream. Another beautiful day. Welcome everybody to the live stream. Feel free to join in. Hello everybody. Hello. Feel free to join in the live stream. Leland, don't make noise. Leland. Feel free to join in. Hello everybody. Oh, we have XX Kana Kochoksi. Kochoksi. Hello XX Kana Kochoksi. Hello, how are you? How are you today? XX Kana Kochoksi is saying hi. And XX Kana Choksi is saying 33. And XX Kana is, I'm good. She says, I'm good, thank you. Oh, lovely to hear that you are doing fine. Welcome to the live stream. Another beautiful day, another beautiful live stream. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. It's Mary Z Easy Recipes. Welcoming everybody. Oh, XS Kana says subscribed. Oh, thank you so much. You are really, you are really kind. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for subscribing. And we also have Yo-Yo India. Hello, Yo-Yo India. Yo-Yo India is saying Kiss D and is saying I love you. Yeah, we love each other as well. We love everyone, in the live stream, And yeah, we love everyone and we really appreciate everyone for coming to the live stream. And X Kanako says, have a great day now. Thank you so much for coming in and for, for your presence. Your presence is always valued. Yo, India says, okay. We also have Zenoze, hello, how are you? And we have Dayan Khan. Hello, Dayan Khan. Dayan Khan is saying he's new from Pakistan. Oh, lovely. All the way from Pakistan. We have a guest here called Dayan Khan. Hello, Dayan Khan. How was your day? And what time is it now in Pakistan? What time is it now? Here it's like 2 minutes after 8 in the night. How about in Pakistan? What time is it now? In Pakistan? Oh, it's really lovely to have people from all the corners of the world joining in the live stream. I feel so privileged and I feel so grateful and thankful. So what's the time in Pakistan at the moment? Oh, 1 a.m. Oh my God. You're already after midnight. Wow. Oh, so that is really good of you and kind of you to come over the live stream. Thank you ever so much for turning up to the live stream. I am really thankful and grateful. So today is a Saturday and you're already like Dayan Khan is already it's already it's Friday today. Dayan Khan is already into Saturday, which is beautiful. Yeah, he's already into the full weekend. Do you have any plans for the weekend, Diane Khan, or anyone else in the live stream? What are your plans for the weekend? What are your plans for the weekend? Um, Jerry, we have Jerryman. Jerryman is here in the live stream. Jerryman says, "Hi, Jesus loves you." Oh, what a beautiful message. That's awesome. I really appreciate that message. And how are you, Jerry? Jerry, how are you? And Diane Khan is saying, weekend, I have to prepare for exam. Oh, you have exams around the corner. Wow. So you better do the studying, you know. Yeah. And just let the, some people say, let the candle burn. You know, it means just go on studying in the night. It doesn't matter. You will sometime find the time to sleep, you know. You'll find the time to sleep. So Jerryman says, good, and you? Yeah, I'm good, thank you, Jerryman. I'm really good, and it's a pleasant day. I'm so happy as well. And what's your plans, Jerryman, for the weekend? What's your plans for tomorrow? And we also have a new guest coming in, just coming in, you know. And this is Astaroth Fox. Oh, Astaroth Fox. Wow, what a beautiful name. That's creativity in that name, you know. It's really nice. Astaroth. Astaroth Fox says, hello from a random fury. Got any questions for a gray muzzle? What is the meaning of gray muzzle, if I may ask? You know, sometimes some of this vocabulary just escapes me, you know. What is the meaning of gray muzzle? So that I can be able to formulate the proper question for you. What's the meaning of gray muzzle? Astaroth Fox, if you don't mind, what's the meaning of gray muzzle? Gray muzzle. Yeah, a gray muzzle is someone who has been in the Fury fandom for a long time. Oh, I think I get a glimpse of the idea, you know. So my advice for a gray muzzle is that just do what you can do, you know. Do what you can do. Don't overdo something like that, you know. Just set your goals, and if you have goals, and just find ways of achieving the goals, you know. And then that's my advice, you know. But remember, just set the goals. Don't just like do things like in random, you know. Goals are the best. Set some goals and say, oh, maybe by the end of this November, I might be doing this and this and this, you know. We have another guest in the house. That's Glow, GLNDN4N. He says, hello again. Oh, lovely to have you here today. N4N. Lovely to have you here. How are you, N4N? GL. Is it that? That's a G, I think. How are you today? N4N. N4N is in the house. N4N is in the house, just turning into the house. You know, the house is so big, and everyone is welcome if you can. You know, everyone is welcome. So, how has been your day, N4N? Yeah, you, I said, he says, me, yeah. How has been your day? And N4N says, oh, kind of good. Yeah, that's what we want to hear. When days are good and, you know, we are happy, you know. Yeah, so it is really a good thing to have good times and good days. That's beautiful. Then Diane Kani, H1U is saying, you're looking young. What is your age? Oh, thank you for the compliment. but but I don't normally, tell people my age. I don't know why. I'm just that person who just like to live by the day and see the sun setting and hoping that I will see another day and see the sun setting. So I'm not really into ages, into ages. So Diana Ken says, okay, I've read that. We also have gay. Is it K or gay? Gay. Gay Red Fox. Hi, Gay Red Fox. How are you doing, Gay Red Fox? Lovely to have you in the live stream. Feel free, feel welcomed, and feel free to ask questions. Any question, I'm here to just to respond today. Especially when today the highlight, the topic for today is just questions. We are just doing them questions. And Gay Red Fox said, oh, he's good. And you? Oh, I'm really good. And I cannot complain. The day has been just lovely. It has just been good. Gay Red Fox says, and just call me Red. Oh, lovely. I'll call you Red. So Red is in the house. Red is in the house. We have another guest here. That's Main World, Dane World. Hello, Main. How have you been today, Main? It's lovely to see you here again, and you are a really formidable, strong supporter. And Mendelway is saying, hello, is saying, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Yeah, it's today. The Halloween is today. We have been getting some knocks on the door. And the children are excited, they are wearing those costumes, They love these costumes. That's why they've been given a break to come home and celebrate the Halloween, which they really love. So they were just like excited to receive some candy and some sweets. So it has been a wonderful day for real. And hey, you can call me four. Oh yeah, I can call you four. That is pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. So with the dash, we leave the dash, then we just say four. So we'll call you four. Thanks for making making it easier for us, if you are struggling to read my name. Oh, that's beautiful. So main Gerald is saying like. So guys, you see, when the guests tell the other guests that they should like the live stream, just do the the like. So that is really a kind of you, Mende, right? To tell our friends to just like the live stream. And Maine is giving us some hugs and some love and every love we can ask for. And Maine said, oh, he said, happy Halloween. And Red Fox said, Red said, what do you think of the LGBTQ community? Oh, that's a beautiful question. I can also forward that question to members of the forum. We are a forum, sort of, or we are a board meeting. So we have that question, guys. So if you are able to answer, you can also help us by answering. But as for me, I can answer that question, because answers, that's why there's multiple choice of answers. When you are at school, sometimes the exam comes with multiple choice, and some of the answers are just near, close to each other. And the teacher will be you just want the examiner, they're just I used to think examiners are there just to trick us, not knowing they were looking for the actual answer, or they are looking for the fact, the facts and the actual answer. So when the question comes like that one, people have multiple choice. Multiple choice will just flash your head, about that question. But as for me, I just say, human beings are unique. We talk about uniqueness. Someone maybe does the coffee, someone does the tea, and someone maybe does what? Someone will just love to cycle, and someone loves to drive those cars. And someone say, "Oh, I would rather go by bus." So that's the uniqueness of human beings. So as for me, I just say, whatever anyone's choice they make in whatever aspect of life, that's their choice. That's my answer for that question. Red, that's my answer. So main the word is giving us more hugs and likes and so on. And main is also giving us some loves and some support. So red, um, Red, it says, what do you think? Oh, I answered the question. Yeah. So just respect everyone is, people are free to choose whatever they want to do. And, that's the beauty of human beings. They have a choice. We always respect choices. We do respect choices. And 4 is saying, "Oh, guys, what country are you guys from live? Yeah, let's just try to give our countries. Where are you like joining us from? Where are you joining us from? It is really lovely, to know that, oh, you are coming from maybe Tasmania, or you are coming from which other country? From the Philippines. You are coming from the United States of America, Germany, Russia, and what else? Bulgaria, and what else? And maybe you're coming from Nigeria or South Africa. So it's always nice to know where people are coming from. And we also have a new guest in the house. That's Chessers. Oh, Chessers. Chessers Adozai. Wow, what a beautiful name. Chessers Adozai. Hello, Chessers. If I can call you Chess. Hello, Chess. How have you been doing today, Chess? How have you been doing today? Are you still like in the morning or evening or night, or you are now already into Saturday? So Chess is saying, "Hi, host. Hello, Chess. And how are you? And lovely to meet you. Lovely to meet you on this forum." And he said you can call him Red. Red says, "I am part of the LGBTQ plus community." Oh, that's fine. Yeah, gay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean Red, that's fine. And if I may ask, which country are you connecting us from? Red, which country? And Chessers says, hello. He's just giving us lots of waving there and lots of support there. Chessers is giving some waving, some greetings and supports. And Chess is giving us hugs and likes. And 4 is saying, "What's your name?" My name is Mary Z. Mary Z. Easy Recipes. That's my name. Mary Z Easy Recipes. That's my name. So we are having a good time today, and we really are privileged to have this time and opportunity and chance, and what else did we call this? And and time and day to come together and to just have a good time, asking each other questions. There's no in asking questions. It makes people to learn. Questions are really good. They are a learning point. That's why there are examinations. That's why, like, When you are at school, it's all about exams, exams, exam. And what is in the exams? It's like when, how, what, or did you, questions, questions. So questions are really an integral part of us. They're an integral part of learning. Even if you find a young child saying, "Oh, did you buy me? Did you buy me the candy to give to the children when they come over?" Questions. Did you? Yeah. What did you buy? And so on. So we are really happy, happy, happy. So anyone with questions can ask us any question. Me, I've asked the people that where are you, joining us from? And I've also asked the question, what time is it where you are? Those are the questions I've asked. And Four has just asked me, what's your name? And then I told you, my name is Mary Z. Mary Z. Easy Recipes. Mary Z. Easy Recipes. So it's a good time to just ask each other questions, and any questions you can ask, like you know which questions, any, if you say, oh, let's imagine someone says, oh, today I want you to give me some topics, just the word topics, and you'd wonder how many topics you can come out with. So among those topics, that's where we usually get the questions. So questions are always welcome. For example, Four has asked me, what's your name? So if we put that question into like a topic, then we can say, oh, the topic, which maybe deserves that question is all about background. So when you are asking people's background, you always say, oh, what's your name? Then you go on to the other. Which country do you come from? Or you can say, what is that? What is your language? Which language do you speak? Then you can also ask if they are interested in giving their age. Some people usually like to ask ages. Then someone can ask, oh, what is your age? Then you can go on. You can't even exhaust them. Questions are really something, awesome, because you can't even exhaust questions. You can take, like, I don't know how long. It's like limitless. So you can ask the person, oh, where do you come from? What's your name? How old are you? What are you doing at the present moment? Do you have a YouTube channel? Do you have a YouTube channel? Or do you, which city do you come from? Which country? Do you live like near a river? Do you live by the ocean? So we, with questions, we have lots of questions to, types of questions to ask. That's the good thing about questions. Just give me a minute. I just wanted to help some. I'll be back in a second. I'll be back. Oh, good girl. Hello, I'm back. I'm back. I took just a short break. So I was just talking about questions. That questions are like They keep on going and going and going and going. We can never exhaust them. We can never exhaust the questions. So we are really happy today because we've had this opportunity to come together and just, talk about everything. We can talk about everything. We can talk about everything. So I've said already, my name is Mary Z Easy Recipes, and maybe there are people who are coming for the first time. Let me just give you some water. I'll be back soon. Sorry guys, I'll be back soon. I'll be back soon. You want some water? Really, this one. Oh, so sorry for the little bit of a delay. So today I continue to say we are very happy to be here today, and we just want to carry on with our questions. Anyone with questions can always ask, and we can always chip in, to answer the questions. Yeah, we can always chip in to answer the questions. So I said, I'm Mary Z Easy Recipes. I'm really keen in cooking, gardening, and I also like to to listen to music and to watch films. And I also like, at some point I do like a bit of buying and selling little items. Like I can sell like bangles, I can sell like beads. So that's the sort of thing I really am keen to do. I'm keen to do that. So uh, you can always tell us all your hobbies and your interests and so on. You can always tell us your hobbies and your interests. So today has been a lovely day as well. Like in terms of weather, we are on the 31st of October, and just a little while before we go into the actual winter. So we are still having some stable weather over here. It's really like cool and manageable. So when looking at the point of like weather, we also should just keep on, like putting the people of the Caribbean, like Jamaica and Haiti and Cuba, in our thoughts, because of this disaster caused by the um, Hurricane Melissa. So Uh, so I take this moment in time just to, to think about them, to put them in our thoughts, and we know that this is the most difficult time for the people in the Caribbean. I just has been watching the news, and I saw the damage. Really, like I said, the situation, it is really a challenging situation because a lot of like infrastructure was destroyed. The roads were destroyed, and it is really hard to get to some places. Here I'm talking about what I saw on the news, like in Jamaica. It's where this hurricane really caused damage. So the roads are a problem, and it's like there are trees fell down, and what else? And I saw lamp posts fell down, and the wind was just like uprooting the roofs of the houses. So these are what we call trying times. Trying means challenging times, and what they need now is just help. They need help. They need intervention so that at least they can start all over again. Yeah. So we should always like think about them, and you know yeah. So it's like when you watch the news, we are being told what is happening there, and the disaster is really beyond our imagination. It is a challenge. So today we are really saying, uh, hope soon they will get help, and those challenges will be overcome. So we have Mendel World giving us hugs and likes. Oh, we have another, what is he saying? Another guest in the house. That's Siberbola. Siberbola. Hello, Siberbola. How are you, Siberbola? Hope everything is fine with you. So we continue to ask for questions, questions, questions. We continue to sit there if you want to lay down. You can sit there on the sofa. You want to go upstairs? The sofa. Yeah, you can sit on the sofa. So we are really happy today because we have this time to share questions and to share answers. And to share answers. I'm on the live. You can watch later. Yeah. So we are having this good time to share questions and answers. So I'm really happy that we have this time to talk to each other and to share questions and answers. Um, so I'm just waiting for questions, questions, questions. Oh, we have the bad files. The bad files are saying hello, hello, peoples, hello, hello, the bad files. How have you been today? Hope everything has been fine. And XX Kana Kochoks is saying hello again. Yeah, he's back again, which is beautiful. And we also have Paul dash 001 is saying hi. Hi, Paul. How have you been on this Friday? On this Friday. Hope everything is fine. Hope everything is fine. It's there. Take from there. Hope everything is fine. And Paul is saying, I'm okay. How are you doing? I'm doing fine, Paul. Lovely to see you, and lovely to have you in the live stream. Okay, can you go and talk? Okay. I'll be back soon. Let me take the baby to the bed. Oh, let's go. The baby. Hello, I'm back. I'm back. It's a busy night today, so uh, Paul was saying, "Okay, I'm okay. How are you?" Sorry for the interruption. So ex Kanachoksi is just saying, "Oh, what's happening? What's happening?" So we are here again, back again in the live stream, and we are happy that people are here just chilling out. We all love the chilling out. Let's just chill out and see how this night goes away. Let's just chill out and see how the night goes away. So, any questions? Any questions? Any questions? We are looking for questions. You can sit there. Any questions? Anyone with questions? We're just waiting for questions. Questions. Bring those questions. Let's bring them out. Let's bring them out. Questions are really good. They are like our life. Our life is just questions. If you look at anything, it's like your perception when you look at anything. Like if you look at a rose, you start having questions. Oh, maybe we start saying, oh, what kind of rose is that? Or who planted that rose there? And you can say, oh, how often do they cut those roses? They cut those roses. Put in the kitchen. Wait. Yeah, put in the kitchen. Then you can ask many questions, about the rose. So our life is just like questions. We are all, it's all about questions. And if you think like communication, what is communication? People will just be having questions like blue plate. Which one? Show me. Which one? Yeah. Oh, that one. Not put the candy. You put it into there. Wait, Leland. Let me finish. Yeah. Put the candy in the plate. Yeah. How many candy there? Oh, one. Okay. So. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll eat them later. Go and sit down. I'll eat them later. Yeah, I'll eat them later. Yeah. So our life is all about questions. What are we doing? Who is there? So we are saying, let's do them questions. Let's ask questions. Let's ask questions. Let's ask the questions. No, I will eat later. Paul says, has Wendy Kelly been on with yellow snow? Oh, no, oh. Has Wendy Kelly been on with her yellow snow? Oh dear. Maybe people in the house can help us with the answer. Has Wendy Kelly been on with her yellow snow? Oh, I wonder what that question implies. Anyone in the house to give us an answer? Anyone in the house to give us an answer? I can't just, get the answer to that question. I've never heard that question. So it's like, that's why we are saying questions are really important to us because they are a learning point. They are a learning point. So we need the answer for that question. So we can just count to 3, then Paul will give us the answer. So you say 3, 2, 1. No one has given us the answer. So, Paul, can you tell us the answer? What is the answer to that question? Has Wendy Kelly been on with her yellow snow? Oh, lovely question. I don't know the answer. I want to write the question down so the next time I will know. Is Wendy Kelly been on with her yellow snow? Oh, yellow snow. So what's the answer, Paul? If you don't mind telling us the answer, because we all failed to answer it. Everyone failed to give the answer. What's the answer? Is Paul around? Paul, can you, maybe you'll come later and give us the answer. You'll come later and give us the answer. Joshua. Another question. We are waiting for questions. Another question. While we wait for the questions, I can just give another overview of questions. We always ask questions with special words, words. For example, we say, what? What is your name? We say, who? Who is walking over there? Who? Sometimes we say, was there any issue with the television? Or we can say, how come he arrived late for work? How come? Or how can I prepare a pumpkin pudding? Or you can say, was that the jacket he was wearing yesterday? No. So we are saying what, who, was there, how, was, where are you coming from? How many of you remember that famous writer? How many of you remember that famous writer? Which of these fruits is a citrus fruit? Whom did you speak to? Since you are saying that you were allowed to take the wheelbarrow to use in the garden, whom did you speak to? Oh, you can say, whose phone is this? Whose car is that? So those words, they make us come up with lots of questions. What, who, was there, how, was, where, whose, whom, which, how many. So those words help us to formulate the questions, and we love that. We don't only, when we are communicating, we always use a variety of those words, of the question words. There's no way you can always ask people, what are you eating? What, it kind of doesn't work like that. You always come with different ways to ask the questions. What, who, was there an issue with the machine? How come, or how did you manage to get here? Was it Joe who came, with the bicycle? So beautiful language with beautiful words, and we love that. And we know questions are important to us. Questions are the basis, questions are important. Questions are very important to us, you know. So Paul hasn't given us the answer yet. We are still waiting, Paul. So why? What is the importance of questions? Why questions? Questions help us to query something. Oh, do you think they can manage to drive all the way to maybe to like Edinburgh? Do you think he can manage to um, carry that heavy parcel to the post office? So questions are always uh, implying queries. Queries means finding out. It's all about finding out. So questions are all about finding out. And for example, there's also a description of questions which is called an inquiry. Inquiry means finding out, an inquiry. But sometimes questions are like in they are like in different like formats, or questions sometimes they imply different, like strength. You can call that strength. There are some questions which are simple, like what is your name? That is simple. Where do you come from? That is simple. What is the weather like today? Who brought you here? Whose shoes are these? These are just simple questions. Simple. How are you going to prepare that chicken? Are you going to roast it, or are you going to stir fry it, or are you going just to make a stew out of the chicken? How? But there comes a time when questions are challenging in such way that you struggle to get the answer, or you never get the answer. XXK says, I have to go to bed now. Hope you have a great day ahead of you. Thank you so much, XX, for being part of the audience. I'm really grateful for that. So we are saying questions sometimes can ask for complex answers. We have complex questions, and they are challenging, and they are, when people ask complex questions, the answers are hard to get. I can think of, there are some departments where people are faced with complex questions. Even like in our day-to-day life, like in our social life, like families. When you think of families, or maybe workplaces, sometimes you get presented with a complex question. Oh, we have a new guest in the house. That's DJ 10. DJ 10 is saying up, up, up. Okay, up, DJ 10. DJ 10 is also saying hi. Hi, DJ 10. Lovely to have you in the live stream. Today, the mission is asking questions. We are just waiting for questions. And when people ask the questions, everyone is welcome to answer, anyone is welcome to answer. So today the topic is questions. And DJ said, did you go trick or treat? I just went out just for like 10 minutes, to take the kids for trick and treat. So just 10 minutes, because it started like a showering, there were showers there. So that's the thing with questions. We need to ask questions. What? And did you? and who was there, how, where, whose, whom, which, how many, So questions are really, I can say it's like questions are easy to formulate, but answers are hard to give sometimes, You know, you can easily ask, oh, how do you assemble a spaceship? You know, if someone asks me, how do you assemble a spaceship? So that's a complex question. There is no way, I don't know, I don't know how to assemble a spaceship. So those are type of questions which you call, they are looking for, they are complex questions, and the answers are hard to come by. So whenever questions are asked, we should we easily know that whether a question is complex or not. You know, you know. And I'm saying, like, even in our social life, sometimes people ask us questions which we can not find the answer. So in such a situation, that question becomes a complex question because we can't answer. We don't have the answer for it. It is challenging, People do ask challenging questions, yeah, sometimes, and the answers are hard to come by when the questions are challenging. So sometimes we need to know the importance of asking questions. Oh, this is really, it's an interesting, a field when you talk about the importance of asking questions. We have like several, like reasons or importance of questions. First of all, we can say questions are important because they allow people to think critically. Thinking critically means you go deeper into your thinking and you try to solve. It's like a puzzle. You try to solve, and then you try to come up with the best answer. So in other words, it makes uh, when you are asked questions, some of the questions, you think critically. So you start by saying, oh, this question, for example, if someone asks, like, which question can we give as an example? Maybe if someone asks you about the mechanism, maybe of of an electrical vehicle. So if you are someone who knows about vehicles, then you need to you know about the car engines. But in this question now, it's now an electrical car. So you need just to think critically and say, oh, maybe the engine works in this way and that way, and when the battery is charged, so you're thinking critically, try to connect the dots, together. So that's what we mean by thinking critically. It can be to do with like social, social, maybe like relationships. Then someone asks you about certain relationships, then you you tend to really think the best answer to give. So even at school, when the students are asked the questions, there are sometimes when um, the students are asked to give a critical thinking to their questions, So that's the importance of questions. They help us to think critically. Critically. And another important use of questions is that questions facilitate, they pave the way to learning. Since we started, like all of us, like most of us have been to primary school, secondary school, and some have gone to universities. So all along, the the teachers and the syllabus, it's all about asking the student questions. So in all the subjects which the students do, it's about asking them questions. So as they answer the questions, the teachers will know whether they know the subject. Yeah. So it's about learning. So questions also help to facilitate learning. The questions help to pave the way to learning. For example, um, uh, all the subjects which people do at school, it's all about questions, 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 questions. We have Ari Venti. Ari Venti saying, "Hi, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, Ari Venti. Lovely to see you in the live chat. Lovely to see you. Lovely to see you in the live chat." So we are saying questions help us to learn. They pave the way for learning. So how was your Halloween, Ariventi? Ariventi, how was your Halloween? You're saying hi, happy Halloween. How was your Halloween? Did you go out or you were just at home? Ariventi, did you go out or you were just at home? Or you were just at home? Okay, we can go on with our discussion about questions. So we are saying questions, they pave way for learning. That's their importance. They're important in that they make us learn many things. Maybe if you think of any subject, for example, history, the teachers might ask you, who was which one is this famous history? Oh, which country did Napoleon come from? The famous, Napoleon Bonaparte. So when the teacher asks you that question and you answer it, then your brain will record that answer for you. So next time the teacher asks you again, you have that knowledge. So questions help us to acquire knowledge, help us to learn various things. So we are saying critical thinking is a result of questions. And so the questions facilitate learning. The questions help us to think critically. The other thing is that questions help us to build strong relationships. Maybe you meet someone at workplace. Then you always ask each other, "Oh, where do you come from?" Or "Where are you staying at the present moment?" And you can say, "Oh," then maybe the other person will talk about their family as well, and soon you say, oh, you know this one. Yeah, this one is my sister-in-law. And then you are building relationships because of questions, you know. And maybe you meet somewhere you go on holiday, and you meet someone while you are on holiday. Then you can always ask each other. Maybe you meet in France, you meet in Spain, and so on. So you can always ask each other questions. By doing that, you get familiar with the person, and then you form a strong friendship. You become friends, and maybe you can also start, like, visiting each other and so on. So that is through questions. Yeah. And the other thing is, questions also help to they pave way to creativity, you know like on the YouTube platform. Everyone is being urged to be creative. To be creative means to come up with something new which no other person has done it, has done that particular thing. And that's what, according to, to those people who talk about the platform, YouTube platform, they say they want people to be creative, so that, they build an audience which is always like coming to watch them. And if the maybe the video is like something which other people have never done before, then that leads to, you know to success. You will be successful in your channel, because you ask yourself some questions as you do that video. And as you do that video, you are like paving way for creativity. To be creative means it's like creating. Creating is coming up with something new which other people haven't done. So that's being creative, doing your own thing. Yeah. So I think the reason why it is said that questions help people to be creative, it is because when you are like pursuing that task, you will be asking yourself some questions in the brain. You will be asking yourself, oh, should I do this? Oh, what is the material which goes hand in hand with this? Oh, which colors blend together? Something like that. So by asking questions, you are stimulating creativity. you know and questions, if people, if like you get a book, and maybe you are studying IT or you're studying another subject, and there will be questions there, and those questions, if you attempt to answer them, it means you will improve your, I mean, professional growth, you know, improves, because you are answering questions, you know, you are answering questions in that subject, and that will help you to understand the subject better, and your professionalism improves as well. So that's the questions are really important. So I think I just love to maybe in the future to have like a question and answer session, where I look for questions and we ask each other the questions. We ask each other the questions, and this help us to, to brainstorm. It helps us to just, activate our brain and share ideas. That's the good thing about questions. Especially if we do them in a group like this, we really learn a lot. And the other day, I asked someone, oh, what's the name of your dog? I mean, the type of your dog. And the person said, oh, it's a German Shepherd. And I had forgotten what a German Shepherd looks like.
No, I know.
Later. Later. I can do it later. So I had forgotten what a German Shepherd looked like. So the person, I had to go on and research and see this German Shepherd. So because of those questions, now I know what a German Shepherd looks like. Yeah. So questions are really important, and they are really worth asking and answering them as well. Just to boost our thinking. Questions make us to improve our learning, and questions help us to just have strong relationships with other people. Yeah. So let me just go over again, these steps again. It's just something interesting to talk about. Let's look at critical thinking. It's like uh, when sometimes at school they used to give us like I still remember those days in English language they would give you a passage, and this passage it's like maybe a story, to give you a passage to read. Then thereafter the question would say, summarize that passage, summarize the story. So as you summarize, you need to critical think so that you come up with the main or the important points in that story. For example, if the story is about someone who went or like who visited a country, and when the person went there, maybe the person went to the big city, and while he was in the big city, maybe he got lost in the big city, and then maybe finally he got help from the authorities. So once you summarize this story, you need to critical think. You need to make sure that all the main points, you need to make sure that the main points you include them in the story. So you shouldn't end like, oh, he just got lost, he was lost in the big city. You should make sure that you add every step, like all the main points. We should, as the examiner reads your summary, it should show that the person finally got help from the authorities. You don't have to end in the middle of the story. So as you do that summary, you need to critical think what you are adding in the story. And we also have talked about that questions facilitate learning, like in every subject, even on the platform here, on the YouTube platform. We are always asking questions to our colleagues, like, oh, how can I do a thumbnail? How can I edit? How can I edit this video? Or you can ask your colleague, how can I come up with the best title of the video? Or you can ask questions like, does YouTube allow what they don't allow? They don't allow. Or you might have certain words. We know there are certain words which are not allowed to use on the in your videos. So you can always check with your colleagues. Oh, do you think does YouTube allow this word? Can I include this word in my video? So this is all about, these questions are facilitating learning. Or you can also say, or we can also ask, how often should I upload shorts? So these are questions, and you know There are certain people who are really experienced on the platform. They will give you an answer to that, you know. Paul said Halloween tricks in UK is edgy windows or toilet paper wrap on cars. Oh, I haven't seen that. Yeah, I went out briefly. I didn't see that. Maybe in some areas, yeah. Paul said treat is money or sweets. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, some people give some coins and some people give candy or sweets, you know. So yeah, that's what happened. I don't know about that one, which you said Halloween tricks in UK is eggy windows. Oh, eggy windows or toilet paper wrap on cars. Oh, I haven't seen that. Yeah, I haven't seen that, Paul. So you see, Paul is like what he's saying about treat is money or sweets. Oh, that one is like a statement, but it has a connotation of question in it. Treat is money or sweets, you know. So questions are really important to us. We should always ask them, and of course, if we ask, we expect to get answers to the questions. We expect to get answers to the questions. So, any questions in the live stream? Can we have some questions? Please. Anyone ready to ask questions? Because the audience are there, they are ready to answer. And they always chip in as well. So let's go for it. Let's look for questions. How many people? Oh, we have. Oh. Let's look for questions. You know, I can also. I can ask. Oh, hello, Scully Pop is here. Hello, Scully Pop. Scully Pop is saying hi, Mary. And Scully Pop is saying, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, Scully Pop. It's lovely to have you here in this live stream. So today we are just talking about the importance of questions and you know, the impact questions have in our day-to-day life, you know. So uh, Scully Bob says, hi, Paul. And Scully Bob said, thank you for having me. Oh, that's beautiful. So we are really happy today. It's another beautiful day. And the goal today is just to ask questions. If people have questions, they are free to ask, you know, any questions. So far, I think how many people asked questions? I think as when we started, we had about 3 questions. Yeah, 3, I think. We had about 3 questions. I can just give just a quick summary of what I have been saying. I can just, you know, give a brief summary of what I've been saying about questions. You know, when we ask questions, there are many ways, various ways of asking questions. You know, there are special words which we use. For example, we say, "What? What is your name?" Scat Pop says almost 2K followers. Who, me? Oh, I haven't checked it today. Oh, thank you for you know, for alerting me that beautiful news. Oh, I'm almost there. Wow, that's awesome. You know, the people really love me, I know. I'm really proud of my, you know, of the audience. They are really caring and they are really kind and they are generous, you know. Oh, thank you, Scully Pop, you know, for saying almost 2K followers and congratulations. Yeah, we keep on we keep on going, keep on trying hard, you know. So it's a beautiful message from Scully Pop. He has noticed it, that, which is awesome. So that's what, you know, that's what friends are for. Always rejoicing with each other and just looking, you know, after each other and so on, supporting each other. Yeah, we all start at zero. We all start at zero. We all start at zero. And then with time, we grow little by little. Is that true? Scully Pop says we all start at zero. Yes, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we keep on trying. We hope it's like we are climbing on the ladder. We are on the first step, second step, until we go. Usually, some ladders, even if they are so high, but others have like 7 steps. Others have, they go beyond. So we just want that ladder which goes beyond. And Kili. Hello, Kili. Kili says, Happy Halloween, everyone. Oh, thank you, Kili. Thank you, Kili. Did you also have a lovely Halloween? Here it's nearly 9:15. So I think the young ones are now tired of walking. When I went out, I saw little small ones, in their costumes, walking around, looking, asking for candy. Oh, they love that, they love that. So, black people, welcome to the live stream. Black people are the chosen one. Chosen one. Says Mary Z is recipes. Good evening and many blessings to you. Thank you so much, black people. We really welcome you with open arms. It's lovely to see you back here, black people. That's really beautiful. And Kili is saying, yeah, have been watching films all day and don't really celebrate it, but my birthday is a week today. Oh, you are nearly there to your birthday. That's good. We can maybe you can say congratulations before the date, which is really beautiful. Yeah, some people do celebrate Halloween and some people don't celebrate. Yeah, that's what we always say. People are unique, people are different. People are different. People are different. So people have, various, we call them preferences. Preferences. People have various preferences. Yeah, so that is what the world is like. People have different preferences, and yeah, yeah. And Kelly is saying, I love the Disney poster behind you. Oh, thank you for the compliment. Yeah, I wish I would keep it like this forever, like diamonds forever. I'm going to keep it like diamonds forever. And Kelly says, yeah, I love the Disney poster. So it's been a beautiful day today, and we are happy about that. We are happy about that. Mm. Love it. So, wait. You don't know music. You can't play music now, Leland. Go later. Later. And yeah. So today, to those who just joined in, we are saying, ask us some questions. We are looking for questions. We are looking for questions. Yeah. If you can ask us some questions, we'll be very happy. Because I have people who are ready to answer the questions. I have people ready to answer questions. So we can just say, what? Who? Who's? And so on. Yeah, because today is a question day and just discussing the importance of questions. Our lives is all about questions, you know. Our life, our lifestyles, it's all about questions. Mm. Sometimes we ask, even we ask ourselves questions without like saying them loud. Like when you are planning for, you know, when you are setting your goals, you'll be asking yourself questions. Or when you are planning for a new day, the you know, you will be asking yourself some questions. Yeah. So our life is our life is all about questions, 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 questions. Oh, I can't do.
Eyes.
Our life is all about questions. So, any questions? Any questions? People don't have questions to ask. Any questions to ask? Any questions to ask? Okay, I can just try to explain again. I was talking about questions can also help to. We talked about facilitating learning. Questions can also help to build strong relationships. And when you want to build a relationship with anyone, obviously you ask questions. You ask questions, you know, like where are you from? Um, what is your name? How have you traveled um, from up north to the south? You know, was there like maybe the person traveled by train? You say, was there crowds or was there crowds at the train station? Or where maybe you want to use the train as well? Where do I I I change over the trains? You know, sometimes when you are going on a journey, you need to change over the trains. So maybe you're asking these questions to someone whom you have just met, or you know, or you just want to grow friendship with the person. So you ask all those questions, and finally you get like familiar with the person, and finally, you know, you start building friendship with the person. Or you can say, how many are you in your family? Or which one of you, maybe you are asking about siblings, which one of you went to Oxford University? Or which one of you is, I heard one of you is going to graduate as an maybe an accountant. So which one of you is going to graduate as an accountant? Um, or maybe you can say, oh, whom can I consult if you want maybe someone to do some accounts for you? Whom can I consult? You know. So these are just
No.
questions which we ask. You know,
I feel
which we ask
I
at
feel a
time
red nose.
late. Yeah, late. You can watch later. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. So we can always, get acquainted to other people through asking questions and getting answers. And I also, this is just to emphasize, a bit, we can also, the other importance of questions is that questions help us to be creative, to improve our creativity. To improve our creativity. Yes. Just give me 2 minutes. I want to take the baby to the upstairs. Let's go. Let's go. You finish your water. You finish your water. What is it now? Oh, we have 4 people in the house. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for waiting. Thank you for waiting. So I'm still asking for questions. We're still waiting for questions. We're still waiting for questions. Oh, 15 likes in the house. Thank you ever so much. Thank you ever so much for the 15 likes. It is really awesome. We like that. We really like that. We really like that. So anyone with questions? Anyone with questions? So questions help us to communicate. Questions help us to understand things better. Questions help us to form relationships. Questions help us to think critically. Questions help us to develop our, to develop our, professionalism, or just to understand things better, So, uh, just know that our communication mostly is basically questions. When you communicate with the children, with the family, with the neighbors, it's all about questions. Oh, how are you today? How have you been today? Oh, I didn't see you yesterday. Where did you go? Most conversation is all about questions. That's why they are saying questions help to strengthen relationships. When you see your neighbor in the morning, You say, oh, hello, good morning. How are you? How was your night? And the neighbor say, oh, the night was fantastic. But at some point, I had to wake up in the middle of the night because I don't know, I heard a bit of noise out there. So you're building relationship with your neighbor. Yeah. Even maybe, uh, even sometimes, one question can create a relationship. Maybe you are traveling on the bus. You are going maybe to a faraway city, and you just enter the bus, and then you ask the person sitting on a seat there, and you say, oh, is there anyone sitting here? Then the person say, oh, there's no one, you can sit. Then you start having conversation because the person has given you a positive answer. Then you just chat it. Oh, say, oh, you're going to maybe to Blackpool. Oh, that's where I'm going as well. And now what are you going to do there? I'm just going for a few days or for a short holiday. Then people start having a conversation through questions. And then finally, oh, you happen to say, oh, let's go and I didn't manage to book my room in time, so we are going. Do you have anywhere to go when you get to Blackpool? And they said, no, I was just going to book, to do a last minute booking at this place. Then you can maybe end up sharing you know a B&B together. So questions build relationships. Questions build relationships. It's really amazing if you think about it. If you think about how questions impact our life. Yeah. Yeah, imagine those questions. The other funny thing is, imagine the questions which, like, the babies, like the young kids ask you. They ask some questions which some of them you can't even have answer, because they are like inquisitive. They want to know, so they keep on asking you questions. Yeah. So it's all about the importance of questions. Questions are part of us. Questions are our life. Questions are our communication. And questions are like, nearly like everything, our day-to-day living. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the importance of questions. The importance of questions. And sometimes questions, when you are asking a question, there are some instances where you say, the question starts by being like positive, like, he went to London. Then you are making a question. Then at the end of that statement, you say, didn't he? Now we are using not, not N-O-T in its shortened form. He went to London, didn't he? So it's like we are not using like, did he go to London, or what, or how, or and so on. But we are now using like some sort of shortened form of questioning. He went to London, didn't he? Or you say, my mother or my father likes um, likes cheese on toast. Then you are going to, it's a question you are asking. My mother likes cheese on toast, doesn't she? So that's another way of asking this question. It makes the language beautiful. It makes the language, you just like to speak or to ask the questions. Or you say, oh, the bus is late today. The bus, your subject here is the bus. The bus is late today. Then what will be the question? The question will be, the bus is late today, isn't it? Isn't it? Or you can say, what else? I'm going to I'm going to attend the wedding. You are questioning someone. I'm going to attend the wedding. Aren't I? Aren't I or aren't I? I'm going to be one of the bridesmaids. I'm going to be one of the bridesmaids. Aren't I? Something like that. So this is another way of asking the questions using the shortened form of not, like isn't, wasn't, uh, weren't they? They were supposed to come today. Weren't they? Or they were supposed to bring the they were supposed to bring the books today. Weren't they? He has forgotten he's forgotten his phone here, hasn't he? It will rain tomorrow, won't it? Something like that. It will rain tomorrow, won't it? What else? So that's the beauty of language. Language, when it comes to questions, it's so beautiful, and we really love to ask each other questions. So I just love. Oh, hello. It's light reality. Is it is it that in a life reality? Hello. He's saying miso. Yes, I'm here. Mary Z, easy recipes. Just chatting the night away. We are just talking about the importance of questions. We just love people to ask us questions, and we love to ask them questions. It helps to build relationships. So how has been your day? Life reality. It's a life reality. How has been your question? Your day? Here it's now about just after 9:30, and yeah, we're still going. It's still it's still like morning here. It's still like morning here. Yeah.
YouTube.
Later, get it later. Yeah. So it's still like morning here, and we are really happy today. So life reality is saying hello. How have you been, life reality? I hope everything is fine, and it's a pleasure to have you here in the live stream. So the session today was just asking people to ask questions. It was all about ask. Can we ask questions? Any questions? That's what we were looking for today. Yeah. That's what we were looking for today. Questions. So we are really happy to have, we have people in the house, and it is beautiful. We so far have like 18 beautiful likes. 18 beautiful likes today, which is awesome.
I got my snow hat on.
So it is a beautiful day and a wonderful day, really. So we are also saying questions are about finding out things. We need to know what is happening. We ask questions. We need to understand a subject. We ask questions. We need to know about a friend. We ask her questions, or we ask him questions. We need to know about a job. We ask questions. Or we need to improve our skills. Maybe in editing videos, we ask questions. So So questions are part of us, and we always ask them. And we just want to encourage each other to ask, ask questions. Because you see, they are really good. And they make us creative as well. Questions make us creative. They make us creative. Oh, we are we have 18 likes in the house. What a blessed day this is. 18 good likes. That's beautiful. That's awesome. 18 beautiful likes. So, anyone with questions in the house? Questions. You can do later. Okay. Go and take that one. Go and take that one. That one.
The smell a rose. Smell rose.
No.
Okay.
Any questions? We have 2 people in the house. We're asking for questions. We're asking for questions. It's 9. It's 1:45. Oh, let me. I will be back soon. Let me go. Let's go. It's 1:45 now. It's 1:45. I'll be back soon. I'll be back. This one. On. Live realities. We said hello. Sorry for the short break. And I'm back again. I'm back again. I'm back again to do the thing which I decided to do today. That is just to come here and talk about questions. And talk about questions. Yeah. So let's see. If anyone has questions, I continue to ask. You never know. A question might pop up when we might answer it, Because that was the mission today, Just to ask for questions and to answer the questions and to just give a brief a brief explanation on what questions are, how we ask them, and their importance. And we have, we've come up with like um, very important, uh, uses of questions, their implication in our day-to-day lives. And we are saying the word communication is filled, when we are communicating, that field of communication is mostly all about questions, 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 questions. You know, when we are communicating with each other, it's all about questions. How come? How did you manage um, to maybe to make a, what can I say? How did you manage to make that journey? To that faraway town. So it's questions, questions, questions. You know, let me just let me just like go through those common questions which people ask each other. Sometimes they'll say, when people usually meet for the first time, maybe you meet your class, like you're going to university or at a workplace, you meet for the first time. People say, "Oh, hello, what's your name?" And then people answering, "Oh, um, when did you start working here?" Maybe you haven't seen the person for some time, and then you say, "Oh, where do you come from?" That is, I think that is the most common question. Where do you come from? Where are you staying? Where do you live? That is really a common question. And then people might go on to say, uh, usually people don't really ask about age, but some people do. Some people do. People just love to find out how old people are. So people say, "Oh, how old are you?" People love that question. Yeah, people love that question. And then people say their age. "Oh, you are so old." So that question, people really love it. Yeah. And then some of them, after finding out about the age and so on, some really love to ask about like the marital status. They ask that question. And some will ask about, like, people love to ask about children. They love to ask that. They like, people love to know the number. What's the number? What's the number? The number effect is, people just love. They are just excited when the number, whether they are 7 or 2 or 3 or 12. People love that number. How many? How many? They ask that. And like I've said, the marital status, everyone will be asking. They ask that, are you? So that's the fun part of questions. Questions are really lovely. And we love to ask questions. And we love to be asked those questions. Because it forms like a social bond. It improves our relationship. And others, they also ask, where do you work? What do you do? What do you do? Tell us, what do you do? It is really funny. I find it really exciting. It's like, it's not like bad. It's like, it's the the social status of us. We like to know, what is your job? What is your job? What do you do? What do you do? Yeah, so people love to know, to find out jobs, professions, and So, what is the other question? We asked about where they live, their age, their job, their marital status, their children, and what else do they ask us? Yeah, they ask us lots of stuff. Yeah. And where we are living. Are we living in Montreal, or are we living in Sydney, or are we living in Los Angeles? People want to know where we are living. Are we living in Khartoum, or are we living in, what's this capital city? Lagos, or are we living in in Pretoria? Yeah, something like that. People want to know where we are living, which is, it's the social, it's part of our social, which is beautiful, and we love that. If people don't ask you where you are, if no one asks you, you begin to wonder, oh my god, people just don't know want to find out about me. So people love to be asked, and people love to ask. It's like a two-way system. So sometimes when someone asks you, oh, what is your name? Then you also ask the person, oh, my name is Mary Z Easy Recipes. And you also ask the person, what is your name? And the person will say their name. Then the person will say, where do you come from? You tell them where you come from. Then you yourself, you also ask, where do you come from? So it's so interesting. It becomes hilarious. So don't forget, if someone asks you, what is your name? Also ask them, what is your name? Yeah, let's just, because we want this to be a two-way traffic. Communication is not like one way. It's like two-way. So someone says, oh, how many children do you have? So you also ask, how many children do you have? And if the person says, which town do you come from? You also ask them, which town do you come from? And it's very rare for people to ask you about favorite food when you are having like just an informal conversation. People don't really ask about favorite food. I don't know why. Yeah, I think they should ask, what is your favorite food? And then you say, oh, my favorite food is pumpkin pudding. And then the person, then you also ask them, what is your favorite food? And the person might say, oh, my favorite food is steak rump steak. And then you say, oh my God, in your heart you said, oh, I wish my favorite food was rump steak, not pumpkin pudding. Something like that. It becomes so funny. And then someone might ask you, this is another common question. People are always asking about religion. Oh, what is your religion? Then, but sometimes maybe, yeah, they ask, what is your religion? And maybe sometimes you tell them, or sometimes just say, oh, I just maybe I don't really have a religion. Some people say that, and some people will say their religion. Some will say I am like religion. I'm like Hindu, Islam, Christian. What's the other? And many other religions. People will say their religions, and I find with religion, most people do say their religion. Which is good. And the other thing they don't really ask. People don't really ask about entertainment. I don't know why. They just like this. They like the mostly like the personal one. The close personal questions. Those are the ones which people love to ask. And has anyone asked me about a favorite like a hobby? No, not really. People don't really ask about hobbies. But maybe sometime they do ask. But the first one, those questions I've said already, like, where do you come from? What is your marital status? How old are you? And those are the common ones, about children and so on. Yeah, but it's different when it comes to youngsters. Youngsters can ask each other the questions which, like, the adults sort of asked. There's sort of a little bit of difference, because youngsters will talk about school and so in college. So it's different. But otherwise, it's really fun and it's really, I love questions. So I hope next time, I hope we always, come up in the live stream and ask each other questions. It becomes interesting. Imagine someone asking you like, uh, which is your favorite holiday destination? That question is also common. People ask that question, but it is, yeah. So if you are someone who is a holiday, a holiday maker, you always go on holiday. You expect people to ask you because you are into that. So you say, oh, I usually go to Spain. Or I usually go to the United Kingdom on holiday to see the various, like uh, like the Buckingham Palace and the London Museum and the London Eye. So it becomes a beautiful conversation. We love that. Me, I wish my my visitors or my new acquaintances would ask me about holidays. They should ask me about holidays, where I go on holiday, and I'll tell you, I'll tell them where I go, and they can ask me about what else. Some love to ask about, especially men, maybe men. They like to talk about cars, and so on. But no one has ever asked me that question. I don't know why. Maybe because I don't have a car, maybe. So it's just for laughs. So we love questions and we love people to ask us questions. So let's keep those questions coming. So when we come to live streams, especially at Mary's Easy Recipe, I just love the questions, because they keep us going. They keep us going. They keep us going. Yeah. So yeah, it's really, if you think about questions, you can talk about the questions the whole night long. The whole night long we'll be talking about questions. Yeah. The other group of questions which I like is, if we put aside the social questions, um, the social questions about like marital, age, what else, residence, where you live, even where you country, which your country, and what else. Those are like a bit like uh, they are social, but really like close knit questions. But there are questions which we love to, if people would ask us, or if I would ask other people, questions like, just like if you think of, yeah, there are some questions which make a conversation go. uh, this group is like the entertainment group. You know what I mean by the entertainment group. I love to discuss about the entertainment group, because I just want to know if I know what is going on in the entertainment sector. So it's nice to ask about, oh, who is now like long back they used to talk about top of the charts. But nowadays I can't hear that anymore. I don't know what's happening. They used to talk about top of the charts. Oh, there's so and so top of the charts. So that's entertainment, music. Who is top of the charts? So who is today they are no longer using top of the charts. They are using trending. Imagine. So it's lovely to ask questions about trending. Oh, Zalina is here. Hello, Zalina. Zalina is saying, hi, remember me? Yeah, I do remember that name. It's lovely to have you in the live stream, Zalina. Today we had a wonderful discussion. We were talking about questions. Where have you been? If I may ask Zalina, I was missing you here. So that's what we're doing today, asking questions. And we also have Johnny Wallace is here in the live stream. And John Wallace is saying, hello, hello. He's saying hello to Mary Z's recipes, and he's saying hello to the guests in the house. So this house is just in today. It has been, I have lots of chairs in this house, lots of them. But just some friends came and sat on the chairs, but we're still waiting for others to come in, because the house is so massive. It's like, I don't know, it's a mansion, this house of mine. Mary Z is Recip's house is like a mansion where everybody will find a seat to sit on and to just chat the night away. While we have a beautiful, like a hot, a hot organic tea or a hot herbal tea while we chat the night away. So everybody's welcome to the live stream. That's Mary Z is recipes, just chatting the hour night away. So the day, imagine this topic about questions, can take us into Sunday. If we are not careful, we can go beyond into Sunday and we said, oh, it's midnight. We are still talking about the questions, So it's really a beautiful topic, if I may say. Sometimes it's good to find good in these topics, So the topic on questions is really good. I really liked it, I really liked it. Although, the downsides, we also should always look at the downside. We were looking for questions, but only 3 managed to ask us questions, which is fine. But tomorrow, there's always tomorrow. And tomorrow, people will be, let's ask it just lazy some questions. And people will just be asking questions. So that is fantastic. Like they always say, there's always the beginning and the end. But from the beginning, people always forget the midway. So when we go to the midway, we will be having questions. This is just the beginning. So let's not say there's the beginning and the end. No, I don't agree to that. I agree to the fact that there is a beginning, the midway, and the end. So let's just wait and see what's going to happen when you go to the mid part. The mid part will be fantastic. So Zalina says she's okay. Thanks, Zalina. We are happy to hear that you are feeling good and you are happy as usual. And we are grateful that you are here in the live stream. So that's the thing with questions. Let's just ask. We are going to ask. We will be asking. Oh, let me charge the phone. This phone always says low battery. Let me just change the venue, the position, and charge it. I have no choice. I need to charge it before I end. It is saying low battery. So we are charging the phone now. It is saying low battery. Okay, I can place it somewhere here. Yeah, I can hear. So Zalina is saying thank you and says okay. That's beautiful, Zalina. So this is another beautiful day, a beautiful day where we are just chatting the night away. We're talking about questions, and just urging people to ask questions, because that's the theme for today. That's the goal for today. And, that's what we said in the intro. We had an intro where we said we are going to be asking questions and we are going to be talking about the importance of questions. And we gave examples of words which we use when asking questions. We're saying who, how, where, such words. And we then also said, as you ask the question, sometimes you just say a statement like, oh, you can say, he is my cousin. Then you can, if it's a question, Then we say, isn't he? You know, so questions are really exciting. They are really good, and their importance cannot be overemphasized, meaning they are very important. They are the basis of communication. Questions are the basis of communication, and questions are there for us just to ask them. Let's go for the asking. Let's go for the asking. So today has been a blessed day, a beautiful day. And as I am winding up now, I'm winding up now because it's this 2 hour session, which is now about to come to an end. But tomorrow is another day. We are hoping that tomorrow we'll be together again and having this wonderful time. This wonderful time of just chatting. Chatting night away. So just I can say uh, questions are the basis of our communication. We are always asking questions. So let's keep up the game. Ask the questions. Ask the questions. When you ask the questions, you are learning. When you're asking the questions, you are improving your creativity. When you're asking the questions, all those relationships will just boost, like a booming business. The relationships will just be on another level. So that's what we are going to do, and that's what we do, and we know we do it, and we should do it. Questions are vital. So as for now, let me just, because I'm just going to finish the live stream, and I'm going to, as a way of appreciation, I'm going just to read the names of the beautiful people and the beautiful souls who thought, oh, let's just, go and see what Mary Z is having today. And here we go. We have been questioning. So today I just want to read the names of the people who have attended the live stream. This is what I usually do because my house is like, it has lots of chairs, but I managed to accommodate these beautiful people. So I have to read their names as a way of saying thank you. That's my gratitude. So we had Zalina was here to support Mary Z's recipe. And we had Zalina. Let me just scroll and find that. Oh, we had Johnny Wallace. Johnny Wallace was here. And hello, Johnny Wallace. I don't think I greeted him. So lovely to have you in the live stream. I'm just winding up and ready, not getting ready for tomorrow because it's only how many hours? 2 hours already to go before we go into tomorrow. 2 hours. Because here it's now 10:22:07. We had live reality. A beautiful friend was here, live reality. We had also Kili was here. Thank you so much for attending the live stream, Kili, and Live USA, live reality, sorry. And we also had Black People, the chosen one, a great supporter as well. Thank you ever so much for attending the beautiful live stream. We had Scully Pop was here, popping Scully, the beautiful, what can I say, handsome or beautiful storyteller was here, Scully Pop. You can check on, the other people in the live stream. That's how we make friendship, and that's how we help each other to grow these channels because they need to grow. That's what we are here for. We need to grow them. Let's grow them. So Scully Pop was here saying, hi, Mary, hi, Mary. And we also had Paul. Paul was here in the live stream. And Paul just stayed put and was really happy here. And he was saying something about Halloween. Yeah, Halloween is nearly 2 hours to go. Then we are done with Halloween. But of course, some people have gone to parties. They are partying during the Halloween party. Yeah, I have neighbors who said, oh, they are going for a Halloween party. Oh, that is beautiful, you know. So I asked them, you know why questions are important? When I saw them out there, I said, oh, you guys, where are you going? You're dressed so, you know, they were dressed in those costumes, you know, someone had a hat, a black hat, and the other lady had a white dress, you know, white like a bride going for a wedding. And the other lady was wearing black. And, you know, they said, oh, they are going to a Halloween party. You see, I ask them questions, you know. So now I know next time, you know, I might go on a, you know, yeah. We also had DJ 1010 was asking about Halloween as well. We had Zak XXX Kani Kachu. XX was here in the live stream, which we really appreciate. Paul was here. And we also had the Bad Files. I don't know if I greeted them today. If I didn't greet you, the Bad Files, please do forgive me. I apologize. So the Bad Files was here. I don't remember greeting the Bad Files. So please check out on the Bad Files. They are incredible. They do loads of touring of like beautiful and those ancient places in America, you know, like the vintage like structures, buildings, you know. So the Bad Files are great family. So they came here to support Mary Z's recipes. And we also had ABC. A is a C. That one is. Oh, it's a Sibel. Sibel Bolati. Sibel Bolati. Oh, Sibel, yeah, Sibel Bolati was here and she was just staying in and just listening to the live stream, which he really, I assume, you know, assumptions are loud, you know. I'm assuming Sibel was really having a good time in the house. Was this house, I tell you, this house is a house, you know. You know, when a house is a house, it is a house, you know. So this house is a house, and I know and I assume the guest Sibel was having a great time. We also had, who is that one? Because the reflection here is a bit odd, you know. Let me do this. Maybe I can. This light is just not doing the what it should do. Yeah. So after Sibel, we had the main world day. Oh, beautiful. So this was another beautiful guest of ours and of mine. Let me not say ours, of mine, who came to grace the live stream. So beautiful people, I'm really grateful for your attendance. And we also had 4N was here. 4N. Yeah, 4N had a question. He asked me, what is your name? What is your name? And I had to tell him. I said, oh, my name is Mary Z Easy Recipes. And I'm that lady who really love cooking. So that was another beautiful guest there. We also had Chessa Sadosai. Chessai Sadosai. So Chess, I say I'm appreciative of your presence. And we had Gay Red. He said, just call me Red, you know. And he was here in the live stream, which is awesome. So we said the house is really big. The house, Mary Z house is like a mansion, you know. I have a big mansion. The Mary Z house is a mansion, you know. If you know mansions, I've seen mansions in California. I've seen mansions, you know. I've seen mansions by the seasides, you know. So, you know, so how this house, that's how big my house is. It can accommodate everybody. So we also had Let's just scroll and see. Oh, we've said red. We've said main well today. We've said him. Oh, oh, we had, 4N. We have said about 4N. Day was here. This is Day Khan. Dayan Khan was here and with his full support. He was here with his full support, and we really are grateful. We are grateful. And we also had Asta Fox. Wow, what a beautiful name. Asta Fox was here. And he gave us a question, the question was like phantom of the what? Of the opera. It was like a phantom, a question which is like vintage, like, So we asked us a very beautiful question. And I tried to answer that question. And we also had Jerry Man, 67. He came out and he was just saying, how are you, Mary? How are you, Mary Z? And I said, oh, I'm good, thank you, I'm good. And we also had, who else was here? Zenozea attended the awesome live stream. Zenozea attended. Oh, the attendance today was just on another level. The attendant, Raymond Gonzalez. Oh, I know Raymond. Raymond has been here before. I hope I greeted him when he entered the house, Because sometimes when this mansion becomes, when people enter the mansion is massive. And, sometimes the host might not see all the guests, This is what happens with mansions. And maybe that's the reason why I don't really have a mansion in reality. But I have this, this IT mansion. I love the IT mansion, Because if I had a mansion in reality, what was going to do the nitty bits and gritty for me, You know what a mansion is. You need to be up on top of the mansion. Cleaning the mansion and just make sure all the furniture and everything is up to date. So I have an IT mansion. Wow, this is awesome. And if you see the accommodation, it's now going to be that 2 grand of the people in the mansion. Wow. Oh, that's awesome. We also had XXX Kana Kachas. Yes. Welcome, XX Kana Chachazi. It was a pleasure having you. Yo India was here with us. Yo was here with us. Oh, so that's the beautiful family who managed to attend the live stream. And we say we are really grateful for that. We are really grateful for that. So this is another day, and another day is yet to come. So just remember, questions are awesome. Questions are part of our life, our communication system. And as I close this live stream, just remember, just give those thoughts to the people of the Caribbean.